This is Matrix Lord 212, and this is the Everything Show Reminiscing Cast Part 2. All right. I am with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello.
I'm with Vaughn. What's up?
Hello.
Happy birthday again, Vaughn.
Happy birthday to you,
right.
too.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to everybody that's their birthdays today, especially if you have a 212 in your name.
I still remember going to see Gallagher several years ago, and the guy goes, everybody's going to have a birthday. This was when Avatar came out. Everybody's going to have a birthday this coming year. Come on stage. It's like me and 5 or 6 others came on, and it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, when I got home late, the only thing I wanted to do was get cleaned up because I was caked with crap. I was caked with crap, and everybody's going, oh, let me take a picture. Was it fun? I'm standing there. It's like, oh, God, I just want to get this.
I remember going to see ECW in the Philadelphia Arena. And I brought home like this weird stuff that I put in the trunk of my car, like piece of barbed wire bat, somebody's blood, a chicken that they threw in there. It's like, it was like, was it Public Enemy? Was it Public Enemy versus, who the hell did they fight? Was it the Dudleys or somebody? I don't remember who it was. Were the Gangsters? You had to watch ECW, but it was so much fun seeing that, and Raw, and different things going on.
Yeah, well, Raw was good.
As my girlfriend would say, we were pups. We were pups back in the day. But
see, I started with Mid-South Wrestling, which just spearheaded a lot of wrestlers from that. Jerry Lawler came from that. And quite a few people came from Mid-South Wrestling, which used to be out of Memphis.
Yes, I remember seeing tapes of that where the guys that were good guys in WWE or WWF actually were like heels, which is bad guys who were there. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And Jerry Lawler was like the biggest thing there, right?
Exactly,
the biggest thing. He was the whole effing show, really, basically.
Yep.
That was amazing.
Catching the Glow Girls maybe a couple of times, and then it's like I couldn't find the channel again, or I was tuning in late, so it's like. And then I think they're supposed to be bringing them back, or they did bring them back.
I went through 2 because my mom used to, back where I lived at, it came on Channel 5, and that was the Memphis channel. Right. And I remember my grandmother and my mom used to tell me, you went through 2 cribs watching Mid-South. Because I used to do the body slams. I used to mimic what I saw on television. Yes. It was like, I went through 2 cribs because of Mid-South.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. I remember going to see, God, what the hell was it? When I was little, my grandparents took me to see the Rockettes. And it was like winter time, and I'd never been to anything like that before. It was so cool. Because I never really went to the city. Whenever they took me, it was like, oh, the building's so big. Now I see it all the time, but it was just like right.
I remember when living in the Quad Cities, in Bettendorf. Well, basically, the Quad Cities is basically divided up between Bettendorf and Davenport, Iowa, and then Rock Island and Moline, Illinois. I remember going to the Arsenal. That's of course, the military base and all that, to see Burt Ward, and it was
I went to see him. I got his autograph.
That was real fun to see, and we had like the Putnam Museum. We'd go in school every time, every year or so, and that was real fun.
We went. 'Cause I really didn't go on field trips when I was in high school and stuff like that. But we went to the Civil Rights Museum in Memphis, and it was
good to see.
That. And what's so eerie about it, which I got to talk to Matrix Lord and you off air about my feelings. I'm still, never mind. But.
We definitely remind me, we got to talk about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I was young, and because it's an eerie place, because I think some of the viewers probably have never went to the Civil Rights Museum in Memphis. You should go, because it's really a great lesson on the struggles of the Civil Rights Movement, especially people who, never mind. But it's connected to the Lorraine Hotel. And Lorraine Hotel is who knows about Black American history knows that this hotel is significant because it's the exact spot where Dr. Martin Luther King lost his life.
No.
And what happened is that it's eerie, but a simple fact, and very eye-opening because the room is left the same exact day as when he died. Like everything he did in that room, half-eating sandwiches, everything, it's been preserved. So you actually go into that moment and see what his life like moments before he was assassinated. And then you also go out to the balcony and it's marked off where it happened. And then across the street is where, like in Dallas, where the grassy knoll is and where the gunman is, you can see exactly where the shooter was.
Oh my God.
It is the most humbling and eye-opening experience in Memphis. It makes you see the whole picture, which
Right.
some people need to do. Never mind.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Some people are damn racist pigs and ignorant. And they take life for granted, and they throw like stuff from history into like, you're this one and you're that one. They don't even know what the hell they're talking about.
Exactly. They're just trying to shit.
We're not even gonna stir up shit. But
yeah. So that's the only thing I've been. My family is planning on. We having a reunion, so we're trying to plan to go back there. We happen to be in Memphis, but it's a nice place, and I would behoove any of you to take a moment and go there because it is a life-changing experience. You just can't, there's just so much that happened during that time period that is too much to comprehend at once. So yeah.
There you go. So I have to ask Scott about this.
Okay.
Scott, did you see Discovery?
Yeah.
All right. And again, we're gonna hear briefly from him because I really don't care about the whole happens on there. Anyway,
it's gonna have some spoilers in it, folks. So what you want to know?
All right. So what is this I hear? Like the whole bridge crew was like female or something? Like everybody else is dead? What's going on? Or is that just nonsense?
No.
Tell me.
Okay. What happened was the gal from the alternate timeline, from the alternate universe, came in.
Who?
I forget her damn name.
Is that the captain that died in this one, and the Emperor? Empress, whatever the friggin' name is? Okay.
Yeah.
Michelle Yeoh, whatever.
Oh, yeah. She's still on there? Oh, cool.
She's from the alternate universe.
Mirror universe.
Yeah, she's from the mirror universe. When they crossed back over, they asked her, okay, how did you defeat the Klingons from your dimension? She told them. And the Federation thought it would be a good idea in order to utilize her plan. Well, Michael pretty much said, no, we can't do that. Otherwise, we'll do the whole we're no better than them stuff. And you can see she won the Admiral over. But no, not the entire, no, the whole entire bridge crew did not turn female. No.
Okay, so this people got throwing some bull crap out there, basically.
Pulling some bull crap, but I will say this much. For those who haven't seen it yet, do wait to the end because you get an excellent ending to the season finale.
Well, basically, they spoiled the shit out of it already all over the internet.
Yeah, okay, I'll say
so
it.
So we're spoiling it here.
Basically. Okay, well, I'll just say it. When they're heading to Vulcan, they get a call. And then you see the call numbers slowly come up on the screen. NC-17. That's where they stopped.
NCC, right?
Yeah, NCC-17, and they stopped it right there.
The Enterprise.
And you hear the words, "Oh, Captain Pike's on the line."
Oh, yes, Captain Pike.
Yes. And then when they come out of warp, they say, it's the Enterprise.
Oh, shit.
And then you see the Enterprise slowly approach, and it's like, and that's
what the fuck?
And that's where they leave it, is right there when they finally approach.
That's the money shot right there.
That's the money
because
shot.
Because they're like, we're going to have a successful season 2.
So excellent how they did that.
We're going to have a successful season 2 by fucking shoving the Enterprise up your ass. And
Yeah,
that's basically what
With
it is.
Captain Pike.
I was one of the people who says, "Oh, this is going to suck balls.
Right.
It's not going to be good." By the third episode, I slowly started changing my mind. And
Right.
granted, I mean, just like every series, they're going to have their jump the shark, their crappy episodes. But I have to say, Discovery did get better,
Okay.
did get good, but still, I'm an Orville man.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
And we also got a new
Orville.
cast member, supposedly, on the Orville.
Yep, that's what I've heard too.
Nice.
Now, was there a rumor that the other girl's leaving or no?
Yeah, there's still that rumor that she might be
She
leaving.
might be going, right?
Let's just leave it to
Ooh,
hearsay.
which one?
The
Oh, you're talking
ex-wife,
Jeez, really?
right?
Mhm.
I haven't heard the rumor with that. So
So I don't know what the deal is with this, but well,
So just leave it to hearsay to that one gal leaving for right now. If she leaves, it's probably going to be for a short time. Then she's going to
come back, right?
That's still nonetheless hearsay. Don't buy into it.
Right. All right. So basically, Discovery is what, 15 episodes or 16 episodes? What
It
is
was about 15. Yeah, it was 15 episodes.
15 episodes.
And
are they going to put this on Blu-ray or no?
I haven't heard anything yet about that.
Did they do that with Luke Cage and Daredevil or no? They didn't do that.
No,
They didn't, right?
I don't think so. Yeah,
They should. But
they really
I know
should.
I'm subscribed to them on both Twitter and Facebook. So
okay. So we got that going on with Discovery. We've got Orville stuff happening with new cast member, maybe people leaving. That's not happening till the fall. What else?
we got the Tick and Ash versus Evil Dead coming up here soon.
And The Walking Dead.
Yep.
Walking Dead. Some stuff happening. You guys ready or no?
Not really. I haven't watched watched Walking Dead for a minute.
Rick dies, I'm out.
I think everybody's out. That happens.
I might be out already. I mean, Carl dying, I'm like, oh shit. I don't know about that. Maggie might be dying. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck
Is there going to be a birth of a baby sometime soon?
No, she might die before the fucking baby's born. They might totally change that whole fucking thing.
Because did she even met the contract deal yet, or is still
supposedly? No. Okay, I don't know if this is true.
Right.
Supposedly there was a period of time where she's like no to everything.
Yeah.
Then supposedly they're like, well, fuck it, we're not going to offer anything anymore. Then I heard something about, I don't know if her agent got a little scared about it. They got a little scared about it. Then they started negotiations again. All right, well, let's just talk. Maybe we can't get our way, but we really don't want to leave altogether. So supposedly the negotiations have continued, where she may be leaning towards taking something to stay on. But again, the thing that they don't understand is by doing this for this length of time, you piss them off.
Yeah.
So they're going to be like, yeah, instead of giving you 10 years, we're going to have the option where maybe we can kill you in a year because you pissed us off. And that may happen because people just get greedy.
It just doesn't make sense for her to do that because she's not a strong enough character on.
You can't try to get the same amount of money as Angel Lincoln and Norman Reedus. You weren't there that long.
And plus, these two have a history of acting work. I just know about you on Walking Dead, to be honest.
The only other movie she did was like Van Wilder, where she's showing her whatever. Yeah, and then that was all she did. And then she did The Boy after Walking Dead, and that was like, so. Again, I'm not against her. I'm just saying that don't think you're all that.
Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Definitely.
What's her name do that? Didn't Denise Crosby, like in Star Trek Next Generation?
I think so.
And then goodbye.
Yeah.
Well,
and then it was like a big mistake because she didn't really. Yeah, but it was a big mistake because she didn't get anything. Like, yeah, she was in Pet Sematary, right? But that was it. Like, in her career was like, you know, she's doing conventions to stay alive, really.
Yeah.
Until she got into she was in Walking Dead, wasn't she?
But Denise Crosby?
Yeah. Wasn't she in
what season?
She was one of the freaking people in that place that would like chopping people's heads off and stuff, wasn't she?
Oh, you talking about that? Like, wait, are you talking
Sanctuary?
The Sanctuary, okay.
Yeah. I think Carol kicked her ass, if I'm not mistaken. I got to look into that and see. I thought she was in it. Maybe she wasn't in it.
I
don't know. But
uh,
all right, I'm gonna see. I think some people got some comments.
Okay.
We don't really do that usually, but which we should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do apologize, but we're gonna try to talk about your comments and see. Okay, this is Doctor Who related, but I don't care. We'll talk about it here. Somebody, Mick, I think, says technically 4 billion years as a man since heaven sent. At the end of each loop, he remembered every precious one, and that's not counting the previous incarnations of the brain of Morpheus. Okay, here, let me explain about this. He didn't remember every single thing from that because he didn't know he died. And I'm not, so the only thing he remembered when he got to that point was that he smashed that a little bit here or there, but he didn't remember. And basically, according to Moffat, who wrote it, he has 3 weeks of memory.
Yeah.
So he's 3 weeks old. So even though it was 4.5 billion years, he didn't age 4.5 billion years because he died and then it got reset. And again, it's not a copy technically because the Time Lords built it. So he wasn't really copying himself. If you thought he was copying himself, they were resetting it, sort of like when there was a time loop in, I think it was City of Death, and him and Romana had to repeat that thing, but do it this time themselves. So he was not 4.5 billion years. 4.5 billion years maybe happened in a span of seconds on a different dimension scale, and 4.5 billion years didn't really happen linearly that way. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to explain, but 3 weeks old. He's only 3 weeks old, even though they say he was in there for 4.5. And this is from Moffat. Moffat said he only aged 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's the answer to your question, Chatmick. Someone else said if they are all dead, set on doing an episode involving Rosa Parks, they should save her, but not reveal it is Rosa Parks until the end. It would be a historic piece, but no direct influence on events other than saving her life. It should be a young Rosa Parks, so there could be other events that led to Rosa Parks on the bus seat, rather than the Doctor's influence. I recall this is how Quantum Leap handled meeting historical figures. Just a thought. This is from Mike.
Well, Quantum Leap is different matter, though.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Okay, Quantum Leap is different because, in fact, he did what they called it was Kiss with Destiny. Like with he only interacted for a split second, and maybe with Trump that probably was more than that because it ended up setting him on the path to where he is now. That was
great. Yeah.
That was really great. But see, with Quantum Leap, you cannot compare Quantum Leap to Doctor Who. These are two different story types, and the way they handled that time period, I think some people have been saying it was kind of whitewashed, but okay, they did it from the perspective of walk a mile in their shoes. Yeah. And the problem with that is that he's a soul leaper basically. So he switched souls with the body. Yeah. And with the black gentleman who was dealing with racism in his town, it's a hard thing. It's really hard. But they did it with such a gravitas. I'm not saying they did, it was kind of touch and go for some time, but they did it with the aspect of that he's not interacting with no leaders of that period. It was a black gentleman living in a segregated southern town in America.
And you gotta also remember, from everybody else's point of view, said he was that person. And unless you were somehow whacked in the brain or an animal, you wouldn't even know that the person you were talking to was Sam.
Yeah, nobody knew that.
Exactly.
Except for Al.
Beckett. And let's not forget, Beckett was also the only one who could see Al.
Exactly.
So, and that's why
I have one question
so greatly is because you had two people. I don't want to say they were rewriting history.
Well,
but
I have a question about that for you. I have a question about that. I know later episodes they got really weird.
Yeah.
Didn't they try to say that that Sam Beckett's timeline, that Jackie Onassis died also, and that he
Yes.
saved her?
Yes.
Yep.
Because
that was in the Lee Harvey Oswald episode, if I'm not mistaken.
So in other words,
Because-
here's the thing. When I was a kid,
Yeah.
and again, I was a kid, I didn't really know history too well. When I saw that, I was confused as crap. Because I'm like, wait, what? And then, later on, I'm like, oh.
Your brain, you didn't realize she had died.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Yeah, I don't know what the hell.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, okay. But, like, why would you do that? Because that wouldn't even, to do something like that would make no sense. Because nobody would know what the hell you're talking about. Like,
exactly.
if she was saved already, what are you saving her for? You're saying
but you wouldn't know until the events happened.
I know, but that was, I didn't like that episode at all.
But see, here's the thing with that episode, it's banded. It's hard for them to even, like the copy they have online, it took them a while to get that to be unbanded. That was a banded episode.
What do you mean banded episode?
Means that it wasn't shown after its original air date because it's controversial.
Right. In other words, people did not like it.
Exactly.
So they stopped it.
Exactly. So that's the reason why shows like that was a banded episode.
So you have to buy the box set to have it.
You can get it on. They have it online though. They do have it online.
No, but you would have to buy the season box set to have it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, to own it. Yeah. But you still can stream it online because they do have the. Well, no, you know what? I can't say they have it online because when it first came out, the Lee Harvey Oswald ones was not even included in their season because it was still under. It was banned.
Right.
Because there was a few.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say there's also a few banned cartoon episodes too. There was a Tiny Toon Adventure which had them dealing with alcohol, and there was a banned episode of Dexter's Laboratory as well.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
And I remember seeing the Tiny Toons episode for the very first time about that alcohol, and I think there was also one for the Animaniacs too, but I can't remember. I gotta go back and check. I don't remember, but I know Tiny Toon.
To get back to what the gentleman was saying in the comment about the Doctor Who she should be revealed. I don't think that she should not be involved with nothing dealing with civil rights. That is a time period that, and I'm not alone in this agreement because other people are thinking the same way.
Right.
I told my mom what they was planning to do, and she was like, "Why are they doing that? Because she's going to intervene." Here's the thing: Doctor Who is supposed to be about a man who passes by history. He's just a man trying to get on his life and be put into situations.
Right.
But to answer your question, I don't think, because this is such a sensitive subject, and I mean, it's more
it emotionally affects you.
Yeah.
When you're talking about it.
It emotionally affects me on a personal level when you talk about that period. Because
and once again, you're going to have people who are going to come out and say, "Well, see, a white person came in and influenced blah blah blah." And it's like you're going to have people coming out trying to claim that.
It should be her not even interacting with Rosa at all, because that is because it should be viewed as a fixed point in time where she can't do anything. But what I see them doing is not that. They're going to make a statement, and it's going to, because they already, from the rumor is they cast the husband. And I'm like, why are you even messing with this woman's family? And then some people, I think the problem is that, I'm not
let me ask you a question. Let me just jump in quick.
Yeah.
Could they be messing with the family because there's nobody alive to be offended anyway?
From what I'm hearing, I don't know who has that estate, because if they are doing something with Rosa Parks, she might have an estate they have to go through to get clearance on that.
Would they really, being that she's a public figure?
Yeah, they have one. They have one for MLK, and their family are very strong over here. I might be wrong with Rosa, but I think she has an estate as well, because, as you know, Outkast used Rosa Parks' name in there and got sued.
Oh.
Yes. So I'm pretty sure that she has the group.
I listened. Yeah, okay. Wow.
Because they used to, what's that for us, in the back of the bus, that type of thing. And this was just a song.
And they had to pay.
They have to pay. So Doctor Who should be very careful because even though here's the thing, Doctor Who is
the people that own the rights to the Brigadier sued.
Yeah,
Twice upon a time, they're like, excuse me, when do you decide who the grandfather is of the Brigadier? Moffat. And it was like, oh, like we don't even know what's happening because of that.
But here's also the thing, which people are failing to see. This is a foreign show that's trying to deal with something that, over here that we have to deal with. And unfortunately, I would like to say Doctor Who is my own, but no, it's viewed as a foreign policy.
Yeah.
It's a foreign show.
Right.
So here's the thing. They have to be very, very careful with this movement because if you deal with anything regarding this movement, it is protected over here.
Right.
And just because you're
But could they technically sue them even though it's in another country?
Yes, they can. I'm pretty sure they can go after them.
Because I know there's a lot of stuff that people get away with.
Yeah.
I mean, I seen a billboard where they were making fun of Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
And I really doubt Kim Jong-un could sue people here for making fun of him,
But
I don't know about that. Yeah.
It depends on the state that you're messing with, too.
Right.
Because they are, Woolly Pasta State is very protected over here. And MLK's estate it's protected, too. You have to get licensing to get any of them.
Well, let's see. Hopefully they do the right thing.
They will. I mean, I hope so. But to answer your question, no spoiler. I don't think that would work. I think that if they are just doing this as a bystander, it would probably work. Like you just seeing it as it happened, not throwing your 2 cents in, messing up stuff, having alien invasion in the background or something.
Like if they did something where she's like, "Oh, hey, Rosa Parks, that's Rosa Parks," and Rosa Parks is like way younger than, "Oh, hi," like nothing. Just don't show anything.
See, that's the thing. Because this is
Why even bother? It's science fiction.
You know how
time travel.
There was a 7th Doctor episode where they met the Queen or Thatcher, and that's all they did is they bumped into hey, and that's all they did. Now, if they did something like that, where they just happened to run into Rosa Parks, fine, or they happen to be on the same bus.
Here's my question.
Fine, but this whole thing, like, her husband was influenced by this alien.
Well, we don't know. We also got some heat about that too, because they're like, how could you speculate on something that's not even here yet? Again, we can. We're just like having fun with it. It could be completely different from what we say. Again, Mark.
I'm sorry, but here's the thing, y'all. It's not speculating. It's straight. It's the thing that they try to do straight historical. My thing to them would be, if you're doing straight historicals, why choose that period when you had the whole of American history to do it? Why change? Why specifically go after that period in time?
Right.
Because it's just boggles the mind, and then people can come up with the complaint that they did Van Gogh, they did Elizabeth II, they did who else? They did a couple of more people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well that's true, but you have the whole of American history. But yet your first episode dealing with American history is a point in time
where Rosa Parks.
It's
not the first up. It's going to be. Oh yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
Chibnall's first.
Chibnall's first, not.
Well,
not
we think. We don't know if they can have stuff in episode 1, 2, or 3. Like.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, I just right. I think the problem is with me, and I'm just going to make this short. Is that I'm having trouble with it, and I never have trouble with this situation because I have seen many of shows that have dealt with this subject and did it brilliantly. Like Cromley dealt with it. I don't feel confident with the people that's running it to pull this off.
Well, it's a new team compared to Moffat's team.
Yeah.
Still, but you don't know if they're going to do it in a way in which she's going to be the one influencing Rosa Parks or somebody with TARDIS crew is going to be influencing Rosa
We're going by what Moffat did. We're like, these mothers do the same crap.
Yeah.
And it's like,
But I'm not even going by what Martha did. I know that it's a new team, and I know that it's a new actress. I know that it's all changed, but I just feel like this is strategic.
Yes.
And it's not it's not me. I don't know what part Rosa is gonna play in this. I don't know. I don't know that. I'm not saying that it's not going. I don't know. We just hear say that
Listen,
it's the husband.
certain things bother us more than other things, and this is something that you really
Yeah.
feel strongly about. You're allowed to be bothered by it. There'll be things that I'll get really upset about that really I'll flip out about, like them picking
Yeah,
a
and
female doctor and
I'm not
whatever.
saying to the British viewers that y'all not capable of telling, a story like that.
Right.
It's about equality and change and all that. I'm just saying that have it so it's genuine and doesn't distract and take away from the real cause of this journey.
Yeah.
Because civil rights is still happening today, and that's why it's affecting me so much. Because it's the evidence shows I can say that we had we had we had people that lived down the street from us who was responsible and played a part with Emmett Till's murder. And I learned this from my grandmother. And he's been undercover for a while, but that's the whole thing. So this is why I feel stronger about this. Because if you do civil rights, you have to do it with knowledge and with a gravitas, because it's still happening today. People are fighting for their rights still.
They are.
And I don't want it to be trivialized as something that she just said on the bus. Because anybody could have said in her place.
Right.
And she did so much more than sit on a bus. Her family did so much more for the civil rights. She was one of the main people that was in those meetings for Montgomery boycott. That's her. And
there's going to be some problems with this episode.
Yeah.
But it's here's the thing. I don't think when they decide to do these things, right? I really don't think they realize the ramifications of what they could actually do.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bring out an example, if I may.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but Peter Rabbit. Okay. Supposedly they made fun of somebody with a food allergy in the movie. That's a kid's movie. Yeah. And they tried to get the person hit with the stuff to get sicker or whatever, which is really effing stupid for kids to see this. And now the movie company's apologizing, and the people who wrote it are embarrassed. Well, you didn't really think things through, because you don't know anybody in your life that has a food allergy, so you think it's effing funny, but it's not really effing funny, because this is a serious effing thing. Because if you have kids in school and they get allergic to something, they could die. It happens. Kids die in school because of food allergy, so that's not effing funny. But again, to these people that never had to face that in their life, it's a big effing joke. And of course, they look bad because they put it in a major motion picture that's pretty hard to edit it out now, being that it's all over the effing place. So again, maybe this is one of those instances where they think it's good on paper and it's really not a good idea.
Point of fella.
Yeah.
And
we'll see. Maybe we're wrong. See. Yeah, maybe nothing happens.
It's probably just a backdrop, and hopefully that's what it just is, a backdrop for something going on with the doctor and his the doctor.
Maybe it's her companion is just ignorant to the rights and stuff of women and different things, and the doctor they watch from afar, and you're like, see, but then why the hell have the husband in there?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what the fuck did he do? And again, I don't know the history, so I don't know what part he played. I don't know what kind of husband he was.
I am wondering if it's just that they run into the husband.
Do you, Vaughn?
That's all they say.
For
or she's actually in the episode.
Do you know anything about Rosa Parks' husband? History?
History? Hold on.
Was he anything important? Did he do anything? Did he support her?
I'm pretty sure that Rosa Parks' husband was vocal, but there we go. Somebody done looked it up for me.
Oh.
So yeah.
You got somebody right next to you saying, hey.
No,
Thank
he
you,
was
viewers.
her husband, I think he was also, but it's not much. Raymond Parks. And it says he was just her spouse. Which
just there.
just there, and I'm
So
like,
they could
no.
just make like the first Doctor is a womanizer and nasty, and it's not really true. They could just make him into whatever because it's
Yeah,
fiction.
I'm pretty sure that he was supportive of Rosa.
All right,
though.
don't ruin the husband, please. And don't
Yeah,
make him
don't
man
ruin,
stupid,
don't
please.
ruin, yeah.
Please don't do that. Don't insult somebody and make, because again, people watch this and they think it's real. Like that's really how the person was. And then it's not really the way the person was. So just like the first Doctor, no, he didn't say to any female he's going to spank their bottom. He told his granddaughter.
I'm sorry. He was a member of the NAACP, and he was collecting money at the time to support the defense of Scottsboro boys, a group of African American men falsely accused of raping 2 white women.
Oh,
that was his part. So he was active.
Okay, there you go.
But see, here's the thing with that. You have to be really careful, because if that happened during the same time this is supposed to be taking place, like if that, I mean,
it's a pickle.
It is a pickle. And I do, get me wrong, people, I love Doctor Who. I just want them, if they're going to go down straight historicals, they need to go all the way. They do not need to have, and that's with all historicals. This is not just with, the civil rights era. It's just, they have to respect that these are real people. And
it would be interesting if we could get other people's opinions on here
that
are also African American on this show, like not just you.
Yeah.
See how they feel about it, and we'll see in the future if we can.
I have asked people in my community about this, and from what different perspectives, they said that some of them told me tonight when I was at dinner that long as it, because my friend is he's not of African American descent, he's Cuban and all that good stuff, but he told me that long as they had somebody fact checking this stuff to be right, he has no problem with them doing it. And then, like, my mom was like, she don't understand why they chose the time period. Because
let me ask you a question: is there a way for us to find out from the estate if they know what's happening? Directly?
They probably don't, because this is and it might be only MLK who has the estate, but I know she sued them, and because
I'm saying, do they know the Rosa Parks estate that Doctor Who's doing an episode on them?
They probably do
not.
They probably do not.
Interesting.
They probably do not.
That's unfortunate if that's the case.
Because they have to, I'm sure that they have some awareness, because I'm pretty sure they have to fact check if they use somebody. But then again, we saw what
I'm sure if the name Rosa Parks comes up, something's going to come up that people are doing episodes about her. I would hope that they know that. But that is. But maybe it's innocent.
I mean, maybe it is, because maybe it's set up to not. I don't know about her.
I have just this bad feeling it's not. But I mean, again, I don't know why. I just have this. Everything, all my spider senses are telling me, oh, this is gonna be some shit when this comes out. And it's like controversy city all over the news, and I'm like, okay.
It's let me see her estate. Hold on.
Unfortunately, you know what? Let's try to do a Google. We're gonna try to do a Google. So we're not time limit.
Okay.
All right. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.